I was not planning on doing this, but I decided that right now is like a great time to do it because, as you all know, I have been working on a room project, um, putting together, rearranging some things. As you can see, things are totally different now. My stereo is now right next to me, whereas it used to be like right here on this wall right here. Now it's not, and these records are going to be moved to my newly put together um, shelves that's right here where my TV sits. And I don't know if you could tell, but I'm not streaming from my computer. I'm actually streaming through my phone because my computer and electronic stuff is not set up yet. So nothing is set up in my room yet. Not even my stereo. So I have to listen to music with my phone, and if I want to. And anywho, so I decided to come on and do this July vinyl haul because I need to start moving things around, and this would be like a perfect time for me to insert some of the things that I've gotten this month into with all the rest of the records, so that I am not, like struggling later on. So I'm doing this today, and I know that I have about a couple other albums that are coming in at the end of this towards the end of this month. So anything that comes in from tomorrow on will go into my August vinyl haul, which I'm happy to say that my vinyl haul for August is going to be very, very amazing because part of that is going to be filmed here in my newly renovated room, as well as part of it's going to be filmed, guess what? In Hollywood, California, because I'll be in Hollywood attending a work function thing, and my hotel is right next to Amoeba. So I'm gonna be doing like some type of amazing buys over there, and also I'm gonna be meeting up with some amazing people that I love from the VC community. Who will I meet? You have to tune in at the end of August to find out who I get to meet. But they're all people that I totally love, and I hope that you all love them too as much as I do, because they're dear friends. Anywho, enough of the talk. Time to get to the vinyl. So the first records I'm going to show is records that I got from an amazing store that has been around for a while here close to my hometown. It's in the city of La Quinta, and they're called Finders Keepers Records. And they're like a really cool up and coming used record store, and they have like a lot of amazing titles. And so these are the titles that I found over there. First, I found um, a Scandal with Patti Smythe, and this one has such amazing songs on it, like Goodbye to You and Love's Got a Line on You. Which Love's Got a Line on You has like a very special place in my heart because my dad told me that in his first band, one of his first bands, they covered that song. So, or one of his bands he was in, he did cover that song. So it has like a lot of special meaning for me because my dad really loved Patti Smythe and Scandal. So that's one. The next one is Minute by Minute by the Doobie Brothers. And I've always wanted this album because I really love the song What a Fool Believes. And yeah, it's such a great song. I can't wait to listen to this entire album because I never heard the entire album before. So this is going to be like a great total new spin for me. I've been wanting to get this one in my collection for quite some time, and I'm glad that they had it there. And it's John Cougar Mellencamp's Scarecrow. And this is like another connection that I have with my father because he loved playing that song Lonely on Night, which is like a great song of his. And this album also has a lot of other great tunes like Small Town and Rain on a Scarecrow. So I'm glad to have got this into my collection. Next is it's a 90125 by Yes. Isn't that a great band name? Yes. And of course I got this because I love the song Owner of a Lonely Heart, and plus I'm a very big fan of Trevor Horn and stuff, um and so I'm glad to finally gotten this album to add to my Yes collection that Patrick was able to get me jump started on. So thank you so much, Patrick. The next one is one that I've been wanting as well. I've been talking about this band a lot, and I feel like a lot more people should be talking about them. And there are XCC, well, Black Sea. And this one has such great songs on it, like Respectable Street, and of course General and Majors. You know, I love General and Majors. That's such a fine song. Colin Moding is really an awesome writer. As well as, you know, like Andy Partridge too, because this album also has like another great song I love called Towers of London. So this is like a great album to have. This next one, I agree with Robert Fithen that every LGBT person should have this in their collection. And it's The Age of Consent by Bronski Beat. And it has the song Small Town Boy. And this is like a British pressing of it, which is very weird to find out here in the desert, but it comes from England. So really cool. Sadly, it doesn't have that insert that Robert Fithen talked about. So maybe I'll have to hunt for a US edition of it. Oh, let me just say hi to everybody that's out there right now watching me. I want to say hi to JJ, Greg, Groovy Lisa. Hope you're all doing fabulous. And I don't know who else is out there, but I love you. Thank you so much. And these next 3 albums, I've been wanting to jumpstart my collection of this guy's music. I already have the amazing album from 1986, so now I'm jumping into Peter Gabriel. So this is the first one, and I've been wanting this one a lot because I love the song Salisbury Hill. So glad to get this. Next one is, I think this one was called Melt, or something else. I'm not sure what entirely this one is called. But this one has like, you know, Intruder and No Self Control. So go ahead and get that one. And then this is the one, I'm not sure what this one is called too, but it has Shock the Monkey, which is a great song. So I'm glad to finally jumpstart my Peter Gabriel collection, and I will want to hunt down for more Peter Gabriel. Speaking of Peter Gabriel, I also been wanting to jumpstart this guy's discography in my collection too. I have none of his records, so I'm glad to finally have one record to jumpstart it, and that is No Jacket Required, Phil Collins. And yeah, this is a great one. It has the studio, One More Night, and Don't Lose My Number, and also the beautiful song Take Me Home. Hey Kimba, how are you, girl? So wow, and I can't wait to collect more of Phil Collins. I need more Phil. This is another one that also has like a connection to my dad, because my dad used to play his songs a lot, and I love his songs too. He's an amazing songwriter, and that is Bryan Adams. And this is Reckless. And of course this album has, you know, Run to You, Summer 69, and Heaven. Oh, that's so cool, JJ. I love Daryl Strummer. He's such an amazing guitarist. So I'm so glad to get Bryan Adams in my collection. Now this is like a repress from 1976, but you can never have too much Beach Boys in your life. This is Surfin' Safari, and it comes in that really groovy orange Capitol label, which I truly love. And I feel like the pressings that come with the orange label are the better pressings of any records, whether it's Beach Boys, Beatles, you know. Yeah, Mason will totally be happy. So I'm glad to get Surfin' Safari in my thing. Now, I've always wanted to get this band's music in my collection, and there's only one album that I was always ever interested in, and that is Flowers by the Rolling Stones. And this is a stereo pressing. I'm not sure if this is like a repress or an original, but I've always loved that song, Let's Spend a Night Together, as well as like, you know, Ride On Baby, and Ruby Tuesday, and Backstreet Girl. So such an amazing album. Great to get him in there. And I think that's the end of all the records I got from that one store. Is that I feel like I gotten more, but I could be wrong. Unless everything's still commingled in here. Anywho, if I bump into them, then I'll mention it. But now we're going into stuff that I gotten um, before and after. So I got this at Target, and it's Amy Winehouse, Live at Glastonbury, 2007. It's a double album, and I just can't wait to listen to this because I love Amy Winehouse, and I wish I could have seen her live at Coachella. As a matter of fact, somewhere around in my room, I do actually have a mini poster that showed that she was supposed to have performed the night after McCartney, but she never made it. So I was always sad that I never had a chance to see her. The next one is Feel Your Feelings Full by The Regrets. And I saw them at Coachella. They were hella amazing this year. So I'm glad to get their music in my collection. I have, I think it's called Further Joy, which is their new one. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that CD set. I've been hearing a lot about that 45 set from Patrick. And so I'm a little bit interested in getting that too. Next, I've always hoped that this album would have been repressed on vinyl, and I'm glad that it did. It is Heart in Motion by Amy Grant, and I love the song Every Heartbeat. I just love singing that song all the time, and Baby Baby, and Good For Me. I love Amy Grant. She's so amazing. She's probably like one of my first favorite Christian rock artists, and to even cross over into pop, she's truly amazing. I think everybody should have some Amy Grant in their collection. The next one is a 2018 pressing of Demon Days by Gorillaz. And this is pressed on Warner Records and Parlophone. And of course I love the song Feel Good in Ink. Such a great tune. Next, I got Chronic Town by R.E.M. I've been wanting to get a lot of their earlier stuff in my collection, and now I got this, I'm going to start looking for Murmur and Reckoning. And the song I love on this album is both Stumble and Wolves Lower. I wish I could say I like Gardening at Night, but I like the version on it on the eponymous album. Let me adjust my legs a little bit, because I'm actually sitting. Yeah. I got this, that's so true, Star Trekker. Better than Justin Bieber. Anything's better than Justin Bieber. This album I'm glad to have gotten as well. And so it is XTC Drums and Wires. And of course this one has like the big hit on it, Making Plans for Nigel. And I thought this album also had the song Life Begins at the Hop, but sadly it doesn't. I'll have to find which album has that song on it. Or maybe it was released as a single, I don't know. But I'm glad to get Drums and Wires on it. One of the biggest and first great productions of Hugh Padgham. Someone that we all should know who he is. This is like a new release this year. It's a Familia by Camila Cabello. And this is a Walmart pressing. I love Camila Cabello. She's such an amazing singer. Her music is awesome. And I feel like she needs more recognition than she has right now. So I love her. This album has been on my wish list for quite some time. And it is So Natural by Lisa Stanfield. And this is like a European pressing. And it's a double album. And it has my favorite song on it, which is called Little Bit of Heaven. Which, as a matter of fact, her people sent me the backing track to the song Little Bit of Heaven so that I could cover it as well. So I will be doing that on my next album called Return to Me. And I'm glad to have her people, like, helping me out on that. So, yes. Next is a 1987 Wally pressing of Imagine John Lennon. and this is like part of that digitally remastered um, thing that came out back in '87 when they were also remastering like a lot of the Beatles albums. So this is such a great thing to have, and I just love having this in my collection now. The next one I have is something I've been wanting in my album collection a lot too, and it is the, I forgot which pressing this is. Oh, this is the 2018 pressing of Beatles Ones. And this is what the new stereo mix is done by Giles Martin. And I have to say, the remixes that he did of the songs on this one is truly amazing, which is why I'm glad to have gotten this album. If he didn't remix the songs, I probably would not have gotten this for my collection, but hearing that this is like a very unique pressing, I had to get it. Sadly, I cannot say the same about this next album, which is a very monstrosity to anyone that loves this band. I think that these people did a shitty job on these remixes, so I do not recommend getting Sounds of Summer by the Beach Boys. I don't know what they were aiming for when they did these remixes, but they sound like shit. And I really wish that they could just left it the way that they left it back in 2014, 2015 when they did do the first stereo remixes of these songs. But apparently they felt that they had to go back and do like another remix, and it just sounds like shit. So I would not bother getting this, people. If you want to get this compilation, get the original vinyl compilation of it. Yeah, no, Beach Boys, you let me down this time. Sorry. The only good thing that's about this thing is you get a nice slip mat with the Beach Boys on it. But other words, it is crap. That's the only time you're ever gonna hear me say something shitty about any album that I've recently bought. But you know who is doing some amazing stuff of Beach Boy music? She and Him. And so this is their tribute album called Melt Away. And I love Zoe Deschanel and M. Ward. Their music is totally amazing. I love the music that they do, and I have like a lot of their albums. So for them to tackle Brian Wilson stuff and Beach Boys, truly amazing. I recommend this. Next was sort of like an indirect kind of recommendation from Fred Putterman, but he played this on his one of his streams. And hey Tim, and so this is Taylor Dupree with Harbor, and it's a very kind of ambient. I have cassettes, so you know, like I'll be talking about the cassettes. Oh, is this the Blue album? Yeah, I believe this is like no. This is a orange pressing that I got from their store. But I did want that blue variant as well. I may aim to get it as well. May never know. But this is Taylor Dupree, Harbor. It's very ambient kind of music, and Fred Putterman was playing this on his stream once, and I just loved it. So I knew I had to get it. So that's a great one from. Speaking of Fred Putterman, I forgot I have these right here, and these are albums that I got from a Putterman auction, the one that he did recently, and these are from a label called International Anthems, and they're like a lot of very ambient, kind of jazz, kind of funk, kind of music, and so this is one by Jameer Williams. And this is one from Carlos Nino and Miguel Atwood Ferguson. Hey Eddie. This is one by Achilles Navarro and Tesher Holmes. And this is by Eunice Paul. And so I saw that he was selling these, and they look really, really interesting. So I can't wait to listen to these. I am not going to talk about you. You upset me. there's a second purchase that I got that upset me as well. Well, if you want to know what it is, it's the Verse Van Halen album, and this is the Walmart one that they put out. And again, don't get these because there is a manufacturer defect on these records. Hey Patrick, I'm gonna talk about you in a little bit, but there's a defect on this album, and I'm still working with Walmart to get my money back on it. So don't get this. But if you are to get the first Van Halen one, get the 2015 pressing, like I did for Van Halen 2. And this is a great one. It's done by Chris Bellman at Bernie Granderson. So if you want to get a good Van Halen, get a Chris Bellman one. They're amazing. Now, I got some records in today. And one of the records is, I got this from Patrick's auction. And it's the Press 12-inch. And I've been wanting this for the longest time for my collection. So I'm glad to finally get it. Thank you so much, Patrick, for thinking of me. And thank you everybody that did not outbid me. I wish I could say for the person that outbid me on... Oh, wait a minute. That's okay. But hey, I'm glad that this one got in today. I love this. Another one I got in today was... This is very rare to find. This is Enjoy Yourself by Kylie Minogue. Now this is a United States pressing from Geffen. And the cover of this is totally different. And so to get this cover is very, very rare. But luckily I was able to find it for $20. And so I'm glad to get this. Sadly there's a scratch on the first song on it. But I know that the rest of the stuff will sound great. I didn't know until about 2 days ago that this album got pressed. So I bought it and I'm glad I got it. And I love this album, I love this artist. He's someone that I feel doesn't get much respect in like pop music. But his name is Gavin DeGraw. And this is Chariot. And this has that song, I Don't Wanna Be. He's such a great artist. Like he's not talked about that much. But I feel like he should have gotten bigger in his career. So that's Chariot. The next album I got, I had to buy this all the way from France, and it's also part of my Suzie Quatro kind of collection. And this is the first Suzie Quatro, and this is the Record Store Day UK of this year. And so this is pressed. It's a double vinyl, so record 1 is like the original album, all 2020 remastered, and then the second album is A-sides and B-sides. And this comes in this nice pink color. And it's also comes out through Chrysalis Records. So, yay! Glad to get this album, and I can't wait. I hope that they issue more of the Suzie Quatro stuff. I'll look that up, Kimba, definitely. Yeah. This is like a new release. It's called, her name is Biba Dubi. This is her new album, Beatopia. And I have her first album, and it's totally amazing. Her music is totally awesome. And I was able to see her at Coachella this year, so I'm glad to get this album, because her set was totally amazing. And she's such an amazing singer. I love her. And speaking of Wally pressings, I did get a Wally pressing of the White Album. And this comes like, it's really nice how it comes. It's probably like the most cleanest I've ever seen getting an sort of like an old copy of a White Album. But I love what they did with the label, and I feel like the Apple label should have looked like this, where the Apple comes in like with a white background, like that. Now that would have been cool, especially if they would have made this album with the white vinyl. That totally would have fit in with it. I just hate that they used that. Well, they're using those new labels now since that Abbey Road thing. So I hopefully they'll come out with like a white vinyl. And how you like them apples? You got her. I got her number. How you like them apples? And this last one is very funny. I was talking to my uncle about it last night, and I said, I knew eventually I had to get this album for my collection, and I'm glad that I finally bought it. So yeah, it is Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. And of course, this album has like a lot of the great songs on it, like Secondhand News, Never Going Back, Don't Stop, Go Your Own Way, and A Chain. And that one song that everybody covers all the freaking time, which I'm not going to mention because I don't like that song a lot. But it comes in this really nice golden kind of variant. It's a Target. I know. If that was true, then I'm glad I finally got it. And people said like, "Oh my God, Paulina never had Rumors before. Shame on her." But yeah. So yeah, so that's all the records that I gotten, and so now back to my room renovation. Can't wait to show you guys when it's all done. And so the next vinyl haul will be live August 28th, live in Hollywood. So have a great night, everybody. Love you all, and keep playing that great music.